Hello there, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope everything's going well in your life. Please come in. How are you? Good evening to you. How are you?
Well, good evening. I'm all right.
Yes, we're joined tonight with the one and only John Holden. Can't be helped, but there's life here. Good evening, Linda. How are you? A wee cup of tea. What's happening out there? How are you doing, Linda? You seem to be the only one that's coming in at the moment. Oh, David's here as well. Hello there, David Cooper. How are you? I'm awfully glad you've came in. Oh, great. Thank you very much. I've got my thing. I can see all the names, I think. Anyway. Hi there, Kirsty. How are you? And Paula Black sent in as well. How are you? Oh, my beautiful Lynn Edwards. What an amazing photograph, Lynn. It was amazing. You're getting more beautiful as the years go by. Well, the days and the months go by, darling. Not talk years, right? Okay. Hi, Libby. How are you? And Margaret Connor's in as well. Hi there. Hello, Stephen. How was your holiday? I hope it was good. Paula Black, evening, Frank and John. So there you go. Good evening to Mr. McGregor. Mr. Paul McGregor is here. So isn't that wonderful? Where are you in the world? You're always somewhere else. Now, here we go. I'm getting all of these. Hi there. You're all here. Hi there. Denise Thompson. How are you? Amanda, how are you?
Paul's in Ghana.
You're in Ghana? Paul, you're all over the place. In Ghana, how are you? I'm fine. I'm really okay, Paul. Thanks very much. I'd like to say a big hi there to the Murphys, to Claire and Brian, and also to Dee Williamson, who was all gathered around their table last night, and we had a beautiful dinner. It was wonderful. Thank you so much for asking me over. It was great fun. It was. Hi there to Lee, Lynn Ann Miller. How are you? Paula Black, Frank, it's move of ours. Do you see the light at the end of the tunnel? You know I do, Paula. There's an exciting things going on in the stars over the next couple of months. It really is quite big. And yes, I think that the moves are imminent. How about that? Oh, excuse me. I'll just turn that off. Joan Logan, how are you? Leslie Lang. She's saying, looking forward to Friday night coming to the show. Yes, it is. It's Friday night. I'm getting a bit panicky about it, you know. It used to take ages to be able to get to calm, to walk on. It gets really tiresome sometimes that you get so worked up about it. But I'm looking forward to it myself. Be nice to see everybody again. The last show, wasn't it? It was fabulous because of it was like our Facebook family were there. And it was just great. It was great to have everybody around. Hi to Nicola Moore, how are you? Kirsty Kane, Joan Redside, how are you? Reside?
Yeah.
Is it Reside or Redside?
Or reside.
Or Reside. Joan, great name. Stephanie, how are you? Lynn's given me lots of beautiful love heart faces. Thank you so much, madam. Now then, I don't know how we say this. Is that Joycey or? I think it's Joycey or.
It is.
So I think Joycey's going to be connecting. I don't know why I'm connecting. I've got a terrible headache from you. I'll tell you that, Joycey. So is this physical, you're physically well at the moment? I'm sure you are, but I've just got a feeling that not so good. Let's have a wee look for Joycey. Will we do that, Johnny?
All right.
There we go. Now then, Joyce, let's have a wee look. Things from the past, friendships and connections to the past are coming up for you. And, oh, I love it. Really quite nice. A lot of celebration too. Don't be surprised that a female that you haven't seen for a while comes back into your life. And by that, I mean there's going to be a lot of opportunity through this other person. But there's certainly a lot of change in the air because you're going to find out whoever this person is, that her life's completely upside down, going in another direction. So she's probably going to come to your door and go, ah, or wait, I tell you what's happened, it's fabulous. Either or, okay? But it looks like that's coming to you, Joycey, so hold on for that one. But then I have to say to you as well, I feel that there's a lot of change coming up in your own particular life. especially because of a man in it, and definitely wants to see a move and a change in their life, and that's about to happen as well. A lot's coming up next month for you. So it starts next month, let's put it that way, and a lot of changes and a lot of moves go on. Now, don't be surprised, Joyce, that people actually say goodbye to you because of the changes that I'm talking about. They're not nice, but really it's important that you know that. Things are moving on, and they'll be moving on quickly for you. I personally think, well, talk about hitting the high spot. I think that's exactly what's coming up for you. Okay, my love, and I think it's destined. So I think there's this whole change going into a new area for you, Joyce. I love it. Okay, now there's somebody around you with a lot of skin problems as well. I hate to say this to you, but please check out shingles. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. And I'd love it if you'd like and share. I'd be really grateful to you if you would do that. Thank you. Oh, there's lots of people in tonight. Hi there, Elizabeth Flemings and Francis McNeil. She's asking, how are you tonight, Frank? Well, you know, Francis, I'm okay. Thank you. I don't know about John Holden. That's a different story.
I'm all right.
I don't know about that. I think it's to do with the lack of the 9 o'clock time. That's the problem, you see. Hi there, John McFalls. Yes, how are you, Frankie boy? I'm fine, John. How are you, my man? Margaret Anderson. Now, if you're drawing, Margaret Anderson, is you Margaret Anderson the first? I need to find out. Maybe John could find out. Because if you're Margaret Anderson the first, Elizabeth Galbraith is asking for you and Kenny. So I hope we've got the right Margaret. That many Margaret Andersons. But she wants to let you know that she's around and connecting with you. Lizzie McSwiggan, how are you? Hello, anything for me tonight, she's asking. Shared and liked. Stephanie. Stephanie. Joyce Orr's come back with thank you. You're very welcome. It's really good. It's good to get a break, but a big break coming up for you. That's a nice one, Joyce. Fiona McDonald, how are you? Margaret Anderson, nice one. Well, thank you.
No, she doesn't know Elizabeth, so it's not that Margaret.
It's not that I'm Margaret Anderson, then it's someone else. The wrong Margaret Anderson. Imagine being called that, huh? No, I don't know Elizabeth. Right, I get it. Linda Boner Nelson, hi there. Susan Strickland. She's given me all these loves. Thank you so much. That's kind of you. Candice Burton, how are you? Would love a message. If there's one there? Well, if there is, my darling, I'm definitely coming back to you. Kirsty Kane. Linda McKechnie, liked and shared. You're a pal, my darling. How are you getting on? I really do worry for you for a wee while because it's been quite heavy for you. Excuse me. Jackie Kerr. I need another reading soon. Do you really? She reads another reading soon, okay? Margaret Anderson, I've been called many things, but never not wrong. I'm so sorry. Linda, how are you? That's Linda Boner Nelson. And Pamela Barron, hola. Frank Toot Abrain, Frank Toot Abrain. Would love to hear from my wee mum and Norma about the boy. The boy I'm seeing, is that right?
I don't know.
No,
I can't read the rest,
can't read the rest of the message. Well, Maria Louise O'Reilly skipped by me twice. How dare I? Well, I'll not skip by you now. How about that? Okay, Maria, let's go for you. Let's see what's around for you. Oh, who's moving house? There's a big house. It's within your family area. And there's a big announcement coming up. I think there's going to be some kind of announcement. It's really happy. I think it's like an engagement, a wedding, or something like that's coming up. And there's real good news around your family. So stop worrying about that. I know you have been. but I wouldn't if I were you. But there's definitely a move coming up for you. Would you like that? I mean, maybe you're really happy where you are, but there seems to be a move of house around for you, okay? But great news is coming your way, is celebration and everything over your family. It's really good, Joyce. So there you go. Is it Joyce?
No,
It's Marie. I'm sorry, it's Marie. I'm listening. So good news and a happy smile all around. So get ready for celebration. Do you know, I've got an awful funny feeling there's a baby here. And there's a baby to come. And who's got the teeth problem? A lot of teeth problem here for you as well. So take care of that if you wouldn't mind, because you'll need it. The pain is sore. I hope it's not you.
Marie's looking to move.
She is. You are looking to move. Well, congratulations. It's all coming together quite happily for you. It's a nice one, isn't it? I had a particularly difficult reading today with someone. Oh, I had to take my jacket off to that one, I'll tell you. And it's good when, you know, everything I said was, no, I don't think that's going to happen for me. I love when people do their own readings. I really do. Don't know what they're coming to me for. But for yourself, good news all round. Congratulations.
Oh, Marie's son is teething. That's the truth.
Oh, is he teething? Oh my God, that is sore. What is it? What do you give them? I can't remember what you give them. Bonjela or something, isn't it?
Bell's.
Hmm?
Bell's.
Bell's?
Bell's whiskey.
Bell's whiskey. You'd give a child whiskey. Would you listen to that? See, it's to do with drink. It's to do with 9 o'clock. I'm telling you.
Marie's son is 1.
Oh, my wee thing. It's sore too, isn't it? Ah, the sleepless nights. Sorry to hear that, my darling, but I love the move. Well done. Please like and share. So there you go. Bonjela is, that's right. It does work, you know. But it doesn't work forever. So you used to give them pegs. They were called pegs. They were like they could bite into it. Because once the one tooth's through, the rest are through. Because the one tooth then cuts the
Like
rest.
wooden pegs.
No, a biscuit peg.
All right.
Wooden pegs. You get away in a bit. Oh, come here. Wait a minute.
I don't know what you're talking about.
For teething, for babies.
All right. Like rusks.
No, that's a rusk.
Oh, all right.
I could just see you with a dirty nappy. Oh! Anyway, Margaret Mackenzie, rock on, John. How you doing, Maggie? I hope you're well. Angie Wales, hi, Kathleen. Catherine Bradley Meldrum. What a great name. I did say it all right, didn't I?
Just to trust you, I can't see it.
You can't see it?
Yeah. Vicky Pegs, Pauline McKilliman.
That's right. Vicky Pegs, that's right.
Pauline the karaoke queen saying Vicky Pegs.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a Scottish thing.
No, it's not. I'll tell you what's a Scottish thing.
Oh.
And this, I remember this.
Uh-huh.
They used to toast and plain bread. You know, you get plain and bread pan up here, right? But plain bread, the great big crust, and they used to toast it, and the babies used to go, I hope I'm right. I may be very wrong. Would you come back and let me know if anybody else out there remembers that? And am I giving away John Holden's age? Yes, I am.
Alan Kirkson from Rutherglen.
Hi there, how are you?
He's asking if you see anything for him.
Yeah. Pauline's back again. Hi, it's Frank.
Oh, yeah, it is Frank just saying.
All right. Ruth Templeton, hello, how are you? Linda Boner Nelson would love a reading. Denise Thompson, anything from me. John is Vicky Pegs. So there you go. Right. Am I really away behind? Yeah.
No.
And Linda's come back. Yes, Frank, you're right. That's true, Linda. Do you remember it was a great the big crust at the outside, and you toasted it, and the kids got a right good. What?
Nothing.
The faces he's making here. I don't believe it.
This has turned into an episode of Call the Midwife.
It's not called a midwife at all. But that is
I wondered why you put that basket on the front of your bike.
Midwife calling. That's all I'm short of. Now then, who is Alan Kirk? This is the guy from Rutherglen, isn't it?
Alan Kirk, yeah.
All right.
I think it
drawn.
was Alan Kirk.
Yes, I'm drawn to Alan. Are you still there, Alan?
Yeah, he's still there.
All right. Let's have a look and see what's going on for Alan tonight. Oh, things are going slowly. They're not going as fast as you would like. And there's a situation with somebody else in your family and they're really awfully sad. And I think they're sad because they're not happy emotionally. And that's going to change. Can I ask you, Alan, do you like cars? Has it got anything to do with cars around you? And who is it that's got this either leg or knee injury? It just feels as though that it's just, I want to rub it all the time. It's that kind of, it pains me, if you know what I mean. So we have that checked if it's you or if it's somebody around, please, because it's important. Whoever it is that keeps rubbing their leg. Anyway, I just feel as though that you are trying to be everything to everybody at the moment, Alan, and you just need to try not to do that anymore. Easy for me to say, but it really is. It's like a lot of heaviness here. There's a doctor, there's a lot to do with officialdom as well coming up for you, Alan. But I wouldn't panic about this. It's all to help, and help will be given to you in many ways, even although it feels as though everything's going really slowly. It's like walking through treacle sometimes. It really is. But that will change. Please know that. And the more it changes, the quicker it'll become for you. Things will get bigger. And as for whoever it is, it's got a wee broken heart. Big cuddles go places, you know. They need to in this one. I'm sorry to say. All right. You take care. Thanks for coming in from Rutherglen. That's nice. Liz Simpson's in from Helensburgh. How about that? We're all over the place tonight. We're talking international.
It's a good 20-mile coverage there.
Who's going to get engaged or married, though? Well, you'll just have to wait, Louise, because that's what the news was. You know, the future stuff. Hold on for that one. And they're all going on about picky pegs again, aren't they? Edna Carmichael's in. Thought you were talking about wooden pegs. Yeah, he was, Edna. He was like, imagine giving a child a wooden peg to eat. Oh, wait. Call the midwife right enough.
Did you used to sell those door to door?
No, I never sold them door to door. Okay. Oh, murder police tonight.
Lucky White Heather.
Oh, lucky white heather. Hannah Butler. I'm Helensburgh too.
High troops.
Hi troops. Hello, Hannah. That's great. This is Templeton. What's happening in my future? She's got lots of hearts for me. Isn't that lovely?
Very nice.
I think so, and I think it's time Ruth got a couple of cards.
You're so easily swayed.
I know. And they're not very good. So I'm sorry, Ruth. What we're talking about here is a situation that's been building up for a while and it just has to explode. You know, the worst thing you do is put this off. Whatever it is that needs to come is coming. And I would say to you, it's between now and February, so it's not instant. But come February, all of this is over. It's a scenario that you're in, a situation, Ruth, that you're in, that it really needs to just get sorted. Okay? I hate that card out like that, but it's with you and there's a lot of arguments with it. A lot of people are going to be happy with the situations that you're in. But you know, there's another answer to that, and it's called tough. You're doing it. You'll have to do it your way. But come February, most of this will have changed for you, and a much more easier time after that. So, sorry. I'd love to say it's wonderful, but you've got more strength than you ever know. And the outcome of this will become real successful for you from February onwards next year. That's when your successes will start to come. Just but now, what it seems to be happening at the moment is everything just, it needs to crumble and fall in order for something new to be built, and it will be by that time. Okay, sorry it's not wonderful, but there you go. Thank you for coming in. She's going, I'll never come back to you. I know, Ruth, I'm sorry about that.
It's often said.
It is not. Pamela Barden, hi there. Yes, it's a complex relationship. Some advice would be welcome from them or you. You still have face-to-face appointment available for the 8th of October. Oh, that's me. I'm so sorry. We should stop reading me out. Arm Man, how are you? He says, I need help, Frank. I know the feeling. Frank, a card for me, please. Oh, look at all those faces.
Dana Alexi.
Mary Bridges, hi Frank, I'm from Helensburgh. That's what's the cards and job for Taurus. I was hoping to change. Taurus is really good. This 6-year cycle they're having at the moment, so I take my chances, especially coming up between now and I would say the 15th of the month. It really is a big change coming up for you. So yes, hold on in there. Taurus is doing very well, although it's a bit of a headache scenario at the moment for Taurus, but they're getting through it, that's for sure. And they will be doing it their way. Now, isn't that great? Now then. My birthday is on the 8th of October, Frank. Happy birthday. You beautiful Libran. Thank you, Liz, for coming in.
Well, Ruth Templeton said, thanks, Frank. I know what that will be.
Oh, do you? Oh, Ruth, I'm sorry. But, you know, sometimes, you know, it's a word I hate, war. I think it's terrible. It's the worst word ever. But, you know, sometimes it's necessary. But whatever's crumbling and falling has to. But I'm telling you, come February, all of that will change beautifully for you. And you will have more strength than you know. So good luck with that one. Julie Smiley's in. Hi there. Had some bad news recently. Will things get better? Okay, Julie, let's have a wee look for you. Who am I talking to?
Julie Smiley.
Julie Smiley, yes, that's right. Just spoke to you and I forgot my name. Julie Smiley, here we go. The news that you've just had, it's been there for a while actually. So it's actually, you just have to see it through. Now, the moon's over your question. And that just means that in a way, there isn't any answer to this news that you've got, but it means that things float, a bit like an eggshell in water scenario. And I want you to be very careful of your sleep pattern over the next month, really, because it could easily be upset and all that worry, you know. There's an old saying, you know, you die if you worry, and you die if you don't. So it's about what it is you want to connect to. But your emotions will tell you a lot, your inner feelings will tell you a lot, your ability, if you like, of knowing your own answers will help you there too. So you see, Julie, sometimes it's wonderful, other times it's not. But believe me, after all of this, you will go in a totally different direction. Whatever this news was is just the start of something. And it will have a knock-on effect eventually for you to go in another direction. I hear you squealing where you are going, you're kidding. But I'm telling you, and it's a good thing for you. But when you've got all of this emotion and all of these odd feelings around, I've got to say to you sometimes, life just doesn't fit. Who's Helen, by the way? Somebody called Helen connected you with you. And so it's like, I know that you're going up and down and in and out, but that will all eventually balance out and you'll go in a totally different way because of it. I love it. I love the 201s at the end of everything. It's a Mars card. It's like, I'm going for this. Getting to it, that's the difficulty. I'm sorry to say to you about the illnesses. I'm sorry to say about the feelings, but it's the way it goes, okay? Watching from across the pond, born and raised in Greenock. Yes, Linda. That's Linda Boner Nelson. Well done.
You know when you say there's an old saying, you die if you worry, die if you don't?
Yeah.
You're the only person I've ever heard say that.
Now, come on, have you heard this? Please come back and let me know. Because that, you see, you've no idea. You. Sharon Graham is watching. Hello, my darling. How is that wee beautiful, beautiful bean? I need to know. Please let me know, please. And Lynn, my beautiful Lynn's in saying, hey, Nick. Hannah Butler, my granddad, going to make it through this hard time. It's a difficult time for a lot of people. There's such uncertainty in the air, you know. And you know, I've got to say, I've got to put an awful lot of doing this silly Brexit thing. But, you know, we're in it. And we need to get, something needs to get sorted. But it just means that there's so much caution in the world out there that nobody's doing anything really. And I'll tell you something else you better look at, the property prices, because I'm telling you, they're plummeting because of this. So you need to hold on for different things. Will he get through it? Come back to me, please, and tell me his star sign, your granddad's star sign, please. Oh, sore stomach talking to you, really bad, lower down, talking bowel problem as well. Okay, will you come back and let me know? Margaret Connor, yes. Thank you.
And Sharon's saying Bean's not well as we saw. He's got x-rays tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. We need a show of love for Bean, please. Bean, because remember the dogs that I had and held up? Well, Bean was one of them, and he's not very well. So, could you possibly give us a wee show of loves for Bean, please? Because I know that you, being my Facebook family, are just wonderfully caring about this wee dog of mine. Would you do that? Thank you. Here they all come. Look at that one, my loves. They're coming through. There you go, Sharon. We're all thinking. We're all saying their love for Bean. We're going to put them on the list as well. Okay. Jean Beck, please. What do you mean, please? Now, did you say happy birthday to your brother? I hope you did, Jean. My wee mammy's always saying that saying, right. You see? You die if you worry, you die if you don't. See, I'm not alone. Well, and I am unanimous in that.
I think Pauline said, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I know that one.
It's a similar thing. Loves the loves for Bean, thank you. You're welcome, Sean. May Trainer Higgins, can she have a card, please? It goes on. Hi, Frank. What's wrong with your wee dog?
It's Sean's dog.
It's not my dog, it's Sean's. Remember the dogs that were here? When my friend was here, we took care of them, we were loving them, I missed them terribly. Well, it seems as though he's got a back problem and he's getting an x-ray tomorrow, wee Bean. So we hope and pray that everything's going to be okay tomorrow. Okay? Thanks, everybody. I'm so grateful that you're there for that. You definitely didn't ask for a wee card. Forgot to say please. Oh, Jean, how could you forget to say please? Now, your brother is very important. No matter what.
The brother.
Yes, I know she did. You'll never guess what his name is.
No, I won't. It's true. I won't guess.
I'm sure you have heard of this out there somewhere.
Seamus.
No, Columbus.
Oh, wow, I'd never guessed that.
Called Colum.
All right, okay.
Called after his father. Jean Beck, what are you doing about travel, my darling? Are you sitting thinking about holidays? I know you're sitting there going, you're kidding, but there's a holiday break coming up for you or something. So would you let me know? Sitting there going, no, really. And also there is news over financial changes in your family area. So please let them all know that I've said this, because there's something really good. And by the way, Jean, who's got the back problem, really sore back problem? Is it your mum? Will you come back and let me know, please? Because it's really sore right across the back. So I'm sure everything will be okay there. And also get your money together. You need to start saving, not only for this holiday area. Do you know what that looks like, Jean? It looks like somebody is going abroad to get married. Do you know what I mean? That'd be fab, wouldn't it? No, really. I mean, you would marry you. You hear me, but there you go. You've got nice. That's true. You're collecting wedding rings. I'll give you that one. Anyway, you've got a lot of really good stuff financially going on here for you, honey, and also to the family. So there's good news all around there. So good. See you soon, man.
It's not that I'm collecting wedding rings. I have a penchant for wedding cake.
Is it cake? Oh, is it the wedding cake?
Yeah, it's a cake.
It's been managed quite a few times.
Move on.
Hey, okay. I'm getting married in the morning.
Kathleen Boyle is looking for a card about a house move. She wants to go back to Rutherglen.
You want to go back to Rutherglen, and tell me, if you were to go back to Rutherglen, would you go to the area where there's quite a large hill, as I've just seen, and would you'd need to go up this hill to this place? Is that where you'd like to go? Because that's what I'm seeing for you. So the answer is yes. And also I'd like to ask you, who had the problem with the bike? I know that sounds daft, but I've just saw a bike, and it's a problem because it's either falling off this bike, Kathleen, but I'm sure that was a while ago. A bike accident. The word accident over that sounds really heavy, doesn't it?
It's just saying no. So
yes.
The hill thing's not.
No, I've just seen a hill. Is there hill? There is hills in Brotherglen. There must be. There's hills everywhere else. But it would go up this hill, you would go. Okay? But, and I don't know what the bike thing's about. But definitely I've got a break here. Good news for an older person round about you. And also that you're going to be getting as much help as possible coming in here. So the legal stuff and the changes that are needed will be here. And they will be here within, let me see, there's got an awful lot of communications going on. So I think you're going to be doing that within I'll say 2 months. So whatever this is that's going on for you, it's starting to happen now. So get as much help as you can. All right, my darling? And she's going, no, I'm still moving up a hill. But I can only tell you what I see.
Kay McLeod, she'd marry me.
Kate McLeod with money.
Yeah, she let me in with my shopping earlier on.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I'm not happy for you. There you go, Kate.
It's like Coronation Street, isn't it, the show?
Definitely.
Let me guess who I bumped into in the roads.
Hate that voice, don't you? Oh,
Oh, yeah, I'll be right.
oh, stop. Yeah, that was Jack and Vera, wasn't it? They were really, they're missed.
Yeah.
I would go back as far back, actually, as Elsie Tanner and Mrs. Sharples. No, that I would bring that up.
And the first episode ever broadcast?
I'm going to tell you, yes, I watched the very first broadcast. I was with my grandmother, and I watched it with her. Okay?
I'm saying nothing.
I know, I was only tiny at the time. But I do remember it.
Just in your early 20s.
What do you mean? Just in my early 20s? You can be very aware that there's sharp knives around here. Okay, so Mary Trainer Higgins, come on, Frank, give me a card. Please, look at the size of that, please. Okay, Mary Trainer Higgins, it's your turn. Let's have a wee look. And say hi to Rose Ray. She's in as well tonight, thank you. And Sharon is both so cheering me up. Thank you. Mary Trainer Higgins, here we go. Are you ready? The devil. Now I'm going to have to tell you this, Mary. You can't be a wee bit pregnant. You are or you're no, okay? But that does not apply to you. There's somebody around about you. And there's all kinds of drama going on about panic. Please don't. Also, I'd have to say to you, there's a connection strongly to an older woman who needs to be looked after. And whoever we're talking about is a very, Meryl Streep won the Oscar. You know, this shouldn't be put herself up for one. But it really is, she's very strong-minded. But she's needing looking after. There's something to do with you having to be there. But really wonderful news coming out of all of this. And what's coming out of this, Mary, is that there's a break, an opportunity. It's not until after Christmas. There's a break, an opportunity, and a crossroads for you to come to get to. Now, that's over your life, that's over work, that's over opportunity, over all of those things. Okay? But remember, at the moment, you will feel totally tied and held down because you're needed. And as for the pregnancy thing, you probably just hear about this, but it is around. Yes.
Good feedback from some of your readings here. Jean Beck's coming back. You said somebody travelling abroad.
Yes.
The second youngest daughter is going to Florida. She got into the Team Junior Scotland.
Oh, wonderful news.
I can't read the full message, but it's some kind of, it might be cheerleading team, I don't know.
Yes, dance team.
And also feedback about the bike accident. Catherine Boyle, it was a good friend of hers, got hit with a tow truck and he died instantly. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to hear that. But so therefore, I'm on the right track. I know that I'm trying to prove that. That's a really sad piece of news. Think of them, because possibly that's who's around helping you find your home. Okay? But also that I see that hill. It's not a great big hill, but that's what I've been taken to. Okay? So well done. You're getting your move. Sorry about that.
It's Jean's mum with the back pain as well.
Jean, is it your mum that's got this pain? Oh, it's sore, my darling, and she'll need to look after it. Okay. Listen, it's good. Ding dong bells are going to chime. She's singing your song. You're wenching her song, I can tell.
Moving on.
I can tell you're a winch.
Right, you're asking Hannah Butler earlier to say what star sign her granddad is an Aries.
I'm a Leo and Granddad is an Aries. Well, the great thing about Aries is that there's a fabulous full moon just now, but there's going to be around about, I'm trying to think, the 12th, I think. Although, excuse me, I've not got my families out there, but around about the 12th, there's a really big new moon in the opposite house, so around that time. So this month makes things move for him. Okay, so you really need to be very on the ball with his needs at the moment, but you know they'll be okay. But as for a Leo, well, what can I say about you? That's a different story. So let's have a wee look and have a wee look for you now. Hannah, we're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Now listen, Hannah, tell me something. I've got a feeling that life now, through whatever scenarios you're in, has gone in a different direction. Not only for you, but Aquarius people too. It's a totally different way of seeing things. And you're having to really get ready for all of this. I personally think it's quite wonderful. Okay, so it may be in the thinking stages at the moment, or ideas are going on in your head, but you know something, Hannah? It's going to come out all the other way beautifully, and it is a total and absolutely new kind of life that's coming up for you. So there you go. Look after your granddad. You hear me? Be there, and I'm sure you will. But oh, isn't that great that you're getting such a break? Because it's not like your life before. Now, some Leos that I know, certain situations were forced upon them to make them change. Okay? The same with Aquarians that I know. So they too had to go in there and go, listen, I'm at the end of my tether here. I need to change this and go in another direction. And so therefore, I think, Hannah, that's what's there for you. Because it's not a bad way. I think you're just walking into this, and it really is successfully yours. Well done. And by the way, there's a fabulous holiday here as well. Nice one. Just take care of your granddad. Okay, my darling. Thanks for coming in. Please like and share.
Listen, Lois, her name is Lois, you know who, is what her handle is on here. She's messaged a few times. She's desperate to know about her job.
Which job?
Is it going to be, I don't know. She must be in a job. She wants to think it's going to be okay.
Is my job going to be okay, Frank? Please, I'd like to know. Okay, Louise? Lois, I can't read that.
Lois, you know who. It's obviously a handle, it's not a real.
Lois, you know who. Okay, let's have a wee look for you about the job. Determined, nothing's going to stop you. Lots of change coming up over what your question's about. Some of this is going to be lost. Something in your job area is going to be lost. It has to be. It has to come to an end in certain ways. But that's not to say that it's all going to do that. It's whatever your job area is, it's going to change in a new direction. It has to, because it's not working the way it is at the moment. Okay. And I know that you're sitting there thinking, am I being made redundant, or am I losing my job, or whatever? There is. I'm telling you now, the answer to that one is yes, probably to, you know. But if you're in a position where you've got the ability to adapt and change, then it won't be. Okay? Because it looks as though, and this is all going to happen just before Christmas. Sorry. Anyway, hold on in there. Now listen, advert time. Myself and the team will be working straight after here tonight. And of course, we'll answer as many questions as we can for you. And all you have to do is to text on your mobile phone to Frank, followed by your question, to 85358. So if you text me, I'll get as many answers out to you as I possibly can tonight. Thank you very much. Not me, my team, but we get really busy after the show, so please do that. Yes.
Just a bit more feedback from Lois. Lois has been on leave for 10 months, so I don't know whether it's a illness leave or whatever. So she just sounds a bit worried about it.
Yes, I know she's worried about it, and the cards don't look all that wonderful for you, but that's not to say that you can't adapt and change. And that's the one key to all of this. Stop thinking it's going to be terrible, it's not. But I think the job itself, not you working, I think the job itself is having all kinds of problems anyway. And that too is changing. But all of that will come, I think, as I say, by Christmas time, okay? So onwards and upwards, as they say. I need this. Catherine saying that. Denise Thompson, hi, can I have a card? Ooh. Lewis is saying thank you, thank you. Libby. Hi Frank, can you let me know how the next few months will be for me and my girls? Thanks. So we're going to Libby MacArthur. How's it going to be for you and your girls over the next couple of months? Let's have a look. Well, one thing that needs to be cleared up is this scenario that you're in, Libby, because it's all to do with the thinking. You think it's worse than it actually is, and it isn't. How is it going to go? I think it's going to go swimmingly. I think it's going to be okay. And I think whatever scenarios you're in, stop worrying about it. I think also that whoever we're talking about is learning really well, great skills, broadening their mind. If this is school, it's fabulous. Somebody around you is going to have a hearing problem for a while. I'm talking an awful lot about their ears. I also think that that this opportunity to get on and get through everything, Libby, is brilliant as well. But you have to have patience. That's the only thing. Are you an impatient person? I mean, you may not be, but your scenario may be that you want to get rid of it, get out of it, and change it all. But it looks as though it will be okay for you. I love the fact that the Ace of Wands is in it. And also what's going on at work, because that's going to preoccupy your head as well. There'll be a lot of things going on at work there too. But, oh, stop it. Determined, be determined, face it, and go for it, darling, is what I'd say. Also, you've got somebody that passed over around you that passed with a stroke, cerebral hemorrhage. Yeah, oh, God, that's so long. That's what it feels like. Okay, so you've got somebody around for you coming through, helping your scenario. But it's great. The one thing I will tell you, it's a works connection. Although it will preoccupy your head, it'll turn out to be wonderful. I love it. Well done. Thank you. Very busy at work, will I be saying? Yes. And I'll tell you, could be a change in it too. Change for you. Rosalind Kilday, any news for me tonight? Pauline Siri, hi Frank. Can I see if partner and I will have children? I'm not allowed to answer that, my darling, but anyway, let's just say that the colour pink comes to mind. So maybe that's an answer. Sarah Peebles, my mum did. Makes total sense. Thanks, hon. Yeah, it's been very hard times. Hard times. Thanks for taking the time to reply to me. You're welcome, Hannah. But you'll get there, honey. Now then, Charlie Louise Stevenson, can I have a little message, please? I will give you a little message, Charlie, and it is this. It is that there is lots of scope for travel and new beginnings around. There is somebody going to be working away from you or having to travel to work. And it's really good news, Charlie. Yeah, it's good. There's a great reward coming after a time of none, if you know what I mean by that. It feels as though everything was stagnant for a while, but it will be moving. And because of the movement at work as well, the situations at work, it's great. That includes you, and it includes somebody that will travel from wherever you are around you to work. And it will come dramatic. It will be a very dramatic, instant thing. You either say yes or no to this, or the person I'm talking about has to say yes or no to this. Okay? Really something else, that. A lot of movement. But what I do like is that whole feeling of getting rid of everything, Charlie, that's been holding you back, stopping you going forward. All of that just disintegrates and falls. Yes, I'm really glad to be able to tell you that one, that's for sure. Okay. Sarah Peebles come back, hemorrhage. Well, yes, that's what I felt. So I've got a feeling that that person's around for you, Annie. So come on, get in there and deal with it, please, because Sarah, that would. Is it Sarah? No, yes, it's Sarah Peebles. Yes, good. Now, who else is here? Helen Oliver. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Poor Margaret Anderson. How can imagine saying to Margaret, "You are the wrong Margaret." The wrong. Terrible. I'm so sorry. So I will have to try and make amends for you. Where are we? Margaret Anderson. Okay, Margaret, here we go. A situation you'll either win or lose. It's either or. And I would say don't let it win over you. So I would get ready to tackle any scenario that you're in at the moment and really be forceful on it. And don't let it go. It's easy to just think, oh, well, there you go. But don't do that. Not this time. Because whatever's been going on has been going on since June. And it's important that you fight and make choices over certain scenarios at the moment. Because it's really awful. You've had this really strong sort of, I don't know, challenge is how I'll put it. So get ready to challenge it back, Margaret. Do you hear? You don't lie down to this. And don't lie down to anything at all at the moment. And stop fighting with yourself. Okay? Or I will call you the wrong Margaret Anderson in the future. Don't do that. Because you don't need this. What you need is the belief scenario to kick in and say, yes, I can do this. I can get there. Because believe me, you can. Well done, you. Do you get me? So whatever the challenge, come ahead. I can handle it. And you will. That's the attitude to take. That's the way it will work for you. All right, madam? Thank you. Right, Amanda Lancaster. I'm not going to go into this. It's quite heavy. But I am going to say this to you. And I'll say it as quickly as I possibly can. Destiny works for you. And the answer will be yes. Okay? And that is all I'm saying. Because I would need at least a good hour to 2 hours to talk with you. Okay? But the answer to your question, Amanda, yeah? And get ready for it. It's destined. It's meant to be. You take care. Thanks for sharing. Have you shared? Get sharing for me, will you please? Thank you. Oh, by the way, Amanda, before you go, why am I getting a gallbladder problem and a stomach problem for you? There's a lot there. Please remember that. Okay? Evelyn Cook. Amanda Lancaster. It is indeed Frank. Good.
Well, Margaret Anderson was saying that her daughter was attacked.
Oh, Margaret, no.
Not letting it go.
I don't believe, Margaret, don't let that go. Oh, please, you must fight this. That's what I'm saying to you. Don't let it win over you, because you must get up there and you get in there, and we're all with you at this one. You get in there and you prove your worth. Do you hear me, honey? And don't let that ever, ever stop you in anything. That's an injustice that has to be righted, a wrong that needs to be righted. Do you get me? Good. Karen Blair Leonard, hi, how are you? Hi, Frank, hope you're well. Sorry I'm late to join tonight. Oh, thanks for coming in anyway. That's very kind of you, Karen. It's kind of you indeed. Leonard's a name I know, you know. I don't know why you have got any connection. Probably you don't. But that was my grandmother's name. Okay? And I do still to this day miss her. Catherine Boyle, she is fighting back. Good.
She's fine, yeah.
I'm so glad we're all behind you there. Can we have a show of likes, please, for Margaret Anderson, because she really needs to get in there. That is so wrong. Nobody should do that. So come on, let's get in there and show these people that we mean business and we're all behind you. Do you understand? Good. We are on it. The police involved in everything. Good girl. Yes. Not right, that, Johnny.
No.
It shouldn't be. No. We're with you all the way. Anita Mull. Mull, M-U-L? Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
Mull? Anita Mull. Say, there you go. Anything for me. New girl. Hello. Thanks for joining me tonight. That's very kind of you, Anita. So let's see what's going on for Anita. Anita, do you stay near a park? Do you stay near a, you know, a place where, I'm saying a park. Yeah. I've been taken to not a swing park, I don't mean that, but it's like a, can I tell you what I'm looking at?
Mm-hmm.
The Kelvin Grove Park is what I'm looking at, but it's maybe not that particular place.
Oh.
But that's what I'm looking at. So I don't know why I've got that. But let's carry on with you, Anita. The World, the Ace of Swords, the card of Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, my honey, let's put it this way. If you slipped in dog doo-doo, you're going to smell of violets. Okay? That is fabulous. What a lovely spread. It just means that anything in legality, anything in change, anything that is really mounting in your life at the moment, well, it's wonderful. And a walk in the park. There you go. Walk in the park for you. It's fabulous. Well done. I think you're going to be extremely lucky. I think you're going to be in the right place at the right time. I think your luck will be on your side. And I really do think that the Wheel of Fortune that's waiting for you is a destiny change that you've waited on for some time to come, because something major has ended and now it's new and a beginning for you. Well done, you. I love it. Oh, please like and share. Thanks for coming in. So then, where are we here? Jason McGregor.
I want Anita Mo's reading.
Yes, what a read. She's got a lovely reader. That's fabulous. But that's all, if you think about that, it's all major arcana. You're making faces
I don't know what arcana means.
large, real large cards. It's like something going on up there.
Oh, okay.
It's something like the universe would supply. It's that kind of opportunity. It's a time for that new way forward. Okay. Listen, it's been really interesting tonight because of everything going in different directions, isn't it? We're getting lots of different things. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to say things like baby's been born and all that. Right. Do you know, I had a fight with BBC Scotland about that, you know, Radio Scotland. They asked me when they changed the rules. And I said, no, what can I do other than, no, I'll just do exactly what I've always done. But, you know, you're now supposed to say, this is for entertainment purposes only. So there you go, Johnny, you're an entertainment. How do you feel about
You couldn't be more wrong in this case.
Yes, we're all entertaining. Hello, any help from my parents? Everything would go right for you, Anita. Do you understand? This is it all coming right. Good luck. It feels he's envious. John Holding is very envious. He wants that. Evelyn Cook, Frank, will I ever be settled? Oh, my honey. I have to look at Evelyn.
Evelyn Cook.
Yeah. Karen Trot Bond. You move every opportunity and you get through every door to get the help that you need. Do you get me? It's ridiculous that they're cutting away everything, closing doors in hospitals and not allowing anything. And you fight this. Do you get me? Yes, it will get better for you. But I'm talking at the moment to Evelyn Cook, because Evelyn Cook needs to find if she's getting settled. Do you hear about that? Mm-hmm. Yes, is the answer. Oh! You see, you're asking me a question with another question. You're asking, will you settle? But yeah, on the other hand, you're saying, I'll need to move to settle. It feels like that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So the answer to your question is most definitely you're going to get exactly that settled place. Yes. And I don't just mean about moving houses. I mean about you. It's nice. And I think I love, again, the Two of Wands is over, and it's one of those cards that tell you that you've lived your life in one particular area and now you're going in another. You're going in a new direction. Personally, I think it's wonderful. I really do. I love the fact that the Fool's out. It's one of my favorite cards. It just brings about the new journey. So my answer to your question, my darling, is yes, Evelyn. You're getting exactly what it is you want. But again, don't be surprised it's another move to get it, but you'll find it. And that's across the board. Okay? Thank you for coming in. Now then, another advert. I'm so sorry to give you adverts all the time. But remember, if you want me later after the show, and maybe you want a psychic reading, you know, you go on frankpilkington.com, or my team of psychics are there as well, handpicked, by the way, really good. And of course, they can give you all kinds of readings as well. So the other thing is that myself and my team later on, we're going to be involved in all the answering of your questions. And for that, what you have to do is to go onto your mobile and to text Frank, followed by your question, to 85358. That's 85358. And that will be great. My thanks to Margaret Anderson for being so honest tonight. My thanks to everybody that's had come in with all those kind of heaviness that's around for you. It really is. And for you, Evelyn, as well. Yes, you're going to get what you're looking for. And of course, we've got to say happy birthday on the 8th, don't we? To Liz Simpson. What else can I say? The woman cooks. You've no idea what she cooks like. And listen, I want to ask you something, Liz. How's the Liz helps with the old people down at in Helensburgh. She makes sure. What are you making faces at? He was trying to say it was me. Did you hear that, Liz? I'm watching you, pal. She works for all the community. She helps all the community. Isn't that a lovely thing to do?
Great thing.
Absolutely. How's the baby, by the way? Did you get it? She go to Millport. Yeah, I saw your photographs. Oh, she's lovely. She's lovely. And of course, I have to give a big shout out at the moment to my niece, Shona, because it's her birthday, you know. So happy birthday to you, my darling. I hope you're having a real good time, and you should. But for Anita Mull, wow, what a great opportunity coming your way, my darling. It's really big. Rosalind Kilday's coming back. Jean Kelly's here. How are you, darling? How's things? Sarah Peebles, Leslie Anderson. Frank, can you see me meeting Mr. Right and be happy again? Well, we can't just leave that one, can we? That's Leslie Anderson. Well, I meet Mr. Right. He's opposite me. I'm getting you married, Al. Right. Leslie Anderson, here we go. Will I meet Mr. Right? The Wheel of Fortune, followed by the Hanged Man. Now that means a time has to pass. Okay. Followed by, what does that say, John?
The Lovers.
The Lovers. So yes, you are going to meet Mr. Right. Well done. The thing about the Hanged Man is that everybody, you see, everybody gets panicky about the Hanged Man. I don't. It just means that the time must pass. Now, I think what I'm looking at here is for you to be able to put behind you the old things that happened. Okay, Leslie? Things that no longer really belong in one life. And once you've got a clean slate, then you're ready to meet it again. And so here's my prediction. Between now and June of next year, you will meet and probably meet the person of, I would go as far as to say, your dreams. Well done, you. Look for an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius male, and I hope you get on with them, because they're on ours. But it seems to be working for you anyway. So yes, my answer, my darling, is love is in the air. Well done. So listen, my darlings, it's that time again. So thanks ever so much for coming in. I'll be back again on Wednesday night, same time. Hopefully it won't be that cold and stormy, and that weather's been awful recently. But here's what I want to tell you. You know, sometimes it takes all the energy for being nasty. It takes an awful lot of energy to do that. And you know something? It doesn't take that much energy just to be nice. So if we're nice to one another, what do you think we'll go? So listen, I've had a really nice night. Thank you, John, for coming in. That's very kind of you. And love to you all. And you take care. And hopefully we'll see you again shortly. Amanda Lancaster saying thanks again. Good night, gents. For all the people that haven't really got around to, please, I will promise I'll try my damnedest to get around to you the next time. Sometimes it's about being drawn to something. And when you're drawn, it's there, you know. So you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you Wednesday night, and I'm sure we'll all have a bit of fun by that time. Lots to tell you as well. Jacqueline Lewis is saying good night. You both cheer me up. Oh, I'm not glad. No, I mean, cheer up, Willie, there. Anyway, we'll get married off. How about that? Good night to Sharon Graham. Please let me know about Bean, and hope that everything goes well. Liz is saying, yeah, It's all good here, Frank. Baking as usual. See? I told you, she looks after the Olgins. Just think, if you were over there, she could take care of you.
So rich.
Oh, got that one back. Okay, you take care, and I love you all. See you soon. See you Wednesday night. Okay? Bye-bye.